the gold at Chennai. It's certainly been a rush of gold here.
This is TV18 and you're watching CNBC TV18.
Brought to you by HSBC Commercial Banking.
Focus, ideate, innovate, enable.
What it takes to succeed in the world of business. This is the most frequently asked question, and yet till date, nobody, be it B school or entrepreneurs, have a scientific answer or what they call the mathematical formula. All we get is a general direction one needs to take or mantras one needs to follow. Again, there is no assurance by adopting the mantras of successful businessmen, you too will be successful. Clearly, there is more to business than just adopting somebody's mantras. One key ingredient I feel you need to have is commercial acumen. If that is part of your DNA, then the rest will fall in place. For instance, expertise today is available at a price. All you need to do is calibrate the 4 M's, men, machine, money, and market to suit your business needs and get the desired results. The story of this week's episode is different. It defies conventional norms of setting a business. Some 6 decades ago, C.K. Mehta came to Mumbai from Saurashtra to seek his fortune. He had no formal education. He had no money. He had no godfather. He was all but 16 years old, yet he dared to dream big. He found his groove in Mumbai's chemicals market. He seized the opportunity with both his hands and in 2 decades not only made his fortune in the chemicals trading business, but also earned a good reputation. All this stood him at good stead when he set up DEEPAK Nitrite in 1971. The company, which is into making intermediates, caters to a range of industries from colorants, paper, agrochemicals, textiles, petrochemicals, pharmaceuticals. C.K. Mehta grew the company, but the entry of his son DEEPAK saw the company grow even faster in all aspects. Take a look at DEEPAK Nitrite's story as it tells you how to make it big in spite of starting your life with too many minuses.
He had built a good reputation in the chemicals industry, so much so that when C.K. Mehta decided to take DEEPAK Nitrite public in 1971, the investors backed him to the hilt. The result? The public issue was oversubscribed 20 times for a company which had yet to commence its manufacturing operations. And Mehta, on his part, did not let his shareholders down. In the second year itself, that is 1973-74, the company posted a modest profit of 42 lakh rupees on a turnover of 1.8 crore rupees. The 43-year-old company is a producer of organic, inorganic, and fine chemicals with specialization in hydrogenation, nitration, customized molecule development, hazardous reactions, and toluene derivatives. All these products find their way into colorants, agrochemicals, paper, pharma, textiles, and petrochemicals industries. Through its world-class facilities located in Dahej and Nandesari in Gujarat, in Roha and Taloja in Maharashtra, and at Telangana, the company has emerged as a global supplier of choice. Not surprisingly, 40% of its turnover comes from exports. C.K. Mehta had a humble beginning. Born in a small town in Saurashtra in Gujarat, Mehta moved to Mumbai at the age of 16 to seek his fortune. He got a break in the chemicals business in the 50s. Over the next 20 years, he not only learned the ropes of the business, but also made a decent fortune by the time he turned 40. And then he decided to strike out on his own, and thus was formed DEEPAK Nitrite with an initial investment of 2.5 crore rupees. It set up its first plant in Nandesari, Gujarat in 1972 to manufacture sodium nitrite, a commodity chemical which was in great demand with the defense sector. Over the next 15 years, it grew steadily to hit the 160 crore rupee mark. In 1980, Mehta's eldest son DEEPAK, after majoring in science from Mumbai University, joined the company. Under his stewardship, the company moved to a higher growth trajectory. Today, the company holds 70% market share in sodium nitrite, sodium nitrate and nitrotoluenes in India and ranks among the top 3 global producers of products like xylidines, humidines and oximes. Chemicals manufactured by the company find applications in varied industries, including intermediates for the colorants industry, which today is the main contributor to the turnover at 51%, agrochemicals 21%, fuel 23%, pharma 4%. The DEEPAK nitrite business is divided into 3 strategic business units: bulk commodities and chemicals, fine and specialty chemicals, and fluorescent whitening agents. Despite tough years and tough competition, DEEPAK nitrite did not report even 1 year of negative growth or loss. At every stage, DEEPAK Mehta adopted de-risking strategies well before the risks engulfed the company. In the early 90s, when the government brought down the prevailing high import duties, the domestic industry began to feel the pinch. Very quickly, DEEPAK Mehta moved to tap the overseas market. Customer-focused chemistry, coupled with cost competitiveness, saw global companies like BASF, Syngenta, Lonza, Clariant, Bayer and Ciba become its loyal clients. In 2008, Syngenta awarded their world best intermediate supplier to DEEPAK nitrite. From an export turnover of 100 crore rupees in 2004, exports rose to 500 crore rupees in 2013-2014, with close to 60% of its exports coming from Switzerland.
10 years that we've been working with DEEPAK nitrite, we source a chemical intermediate from them, and they have a couple of particular technologies which are interesting to us. They're backward integrated into many basic raw materials, but they have very good chemists and engineers, and they're capable to transfer technologies to their own sites in India. They've been able to transfer also technologies from Europe to India and implement them at their own sites. They have, I would say, a very good attitude towards environment, towards safety, towards sustainability. And this is one of the very important reasons why we like them as a partner.
The global confidence gave DEEPAK nitrite intrinsic economic advantages and the chance to absorb high-end technology. But what saw it clearly winning the game, both at home and overseas, is its very innovative and positive solutions to treat effluents or waste. It invested time and money and created an R&D team to create new catalytic processes to minimize waste or treat waste in such a way that it began creating wealth out of waste. This emphasis on effluents has helped it to compete with countries like China. Besides, as many chemical companies world over shut shop due to large costs in treating effluents, DEEPAK nitrite took full advantage of this opportunity. One such opportunity was in the intermediate nitrotoluene, which DEEPAK nitrite supplied to companies like Ciba, Bayer, Clariant, who made the specialty solution whiteners largely used in the paper industry besides textiles and detergents. DEEPAK nitrite claims to be the only company in the world to be zero effluent in this chemical. Subsequently, with intense competition in the whitener business, companies like Ciba, Bayer and Clariant got out of this business. So in 2007, DEEPAK nitrite went in for forward integration and acquired India's largest Dastar business, a key ingredient for optical brighteners from Vasant Chemicals at a total consideration of 55 crore rupees. In 2011, the company went in for further forward integration by setting up a greenfield project at the Hague to manufacture specialty chemical optical brighteners, thus creating the world's most integrated plant for optical brightening agents, which got fully commissioned in May 2014.
I think one aspect which distinguishes DEEPAK nitrite from maybe other Indian companies is that he has a broad spectrum of products, and he covers the entire field of chemicals, right from basic chemicals to intermediates to performance chemicals. This is a very unusual approach because the majority of producers nowadays try to focus on some key areas, and the diversity in the product portfolio is a rare distinction which you can see in this company.
With the current slowdown in European markets, DEEPAK NITRITE is back to focusing on India. It has recently gone in for a brownfield expansion at Nandesari plant to manufacture a series of nitrates for the solar industry. It has further made another large investment of 1,200 crore rupees at Dahej to set up a 200,000 ton plant, India's largest for phenol and acetone. Acetone finds use in epoxy resins that bind plywood used in the infrastructure sector, and acetone is an intermediate used in chemicals for the pharma industry. Besides, in 2010, DEEPAK NITRITE entered into the fuel additive space and has Reliance Industries, Essar and Indian Oil and major international companies as its customers. All these initiatives have seen DEEPAK NITRITE doubling its revenues from 532 crore rupees in the financial year 2010 to 1,270 crore rupees in the financial year 2014. Clearly, stock investors are watching this growth, with the scrip moving from sub 20 rupee levels to 70 rupees today, adjusted for splits and bonuses. It is clear that DEEPAK NITRITE is tapping its core competency in nitration to the fullest and spreading across all growth sectors, besides getting its infrastructure in place. Time for a short break. When we come back, we talk to 82-year-old C.K. Mehta and his son, 58-year-old DEEPAK Mehta, to find out the chemistry behind their success. Joining us also on the show will be Sandeep Uppal of HSBC.
Almost 6 out of 10 English business news viewers who travel abroad for holidays watch CNBC TV 18 2 times